Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my weekly review of my account, ladies and gentlemen. This is my account. Anything I say is not financial advice. So this is what I'm doing with my money, ladies and gentlemen. Look at, ladies and gentlemen, we're at $137,333.98. For the week, ladies and gentlemen, we are down $3,748. That's 2.71%. 1 month we're down $8,290.71. That's 5.85%. 3 months we're up $6,574, up 5.14. Year to date, we're still down 28,815.66, 17.66%, ladies and gentlemen, in my account. But now look at the investment, ladies and gentlemen. In the individual account, what do we do for the week? We're down $126.59. For the month, we're down $477.60, 2.25, ladies and gentlemen. 3 months, we're up $1,503.38, 782. And year to date, we're still down $5,881.89, 22%, 0.10%, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the margin. Go to margin. Our grand total is $43,339.96. You notice that is moving up a little percent, ladies and gentlemen. We have our margin use down under 10,000, under 9,000 actually. Minus $8,916.33. We got $34,423.63 to use. And we have our margin buffer is at 50.89, ladies and gentlemen. That means this account will have to drop $8,613.74. Before we get margin call, ladies and gentlemen, very happy with that. I will be using $9.50 of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I did do Joby again. I did lose some shares 2 weeks ago. Now this week, or last week, I did do a cover call. Let's see what I did on that cover call. Did I get a sign? Made $12 on a contract, ladies and gentlemen, at $9.50. Made $12, and did I get a sign? This week, what will a $9.50 cover call be? Sell a cover call, 85 cents. No, I mean put. Sell put. I mean, I sold a put and then I get a sign. That is another 12 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Do I want to do it that way? Or I've been thinking about this is a safe way to play, or should I play it a little bit more riskier and put it in the resolve, ladies and gentlemen? Resolve for the week. It has been trading sideways, trade, sell, a put. I could do a $4 put, do 3 of them, ladies and gentlemen. That is $120, ladies and gentlemen. Or do a $2.50 put and make $15 on the same amount of money. Or do Joby, be more safe. But on this, ladies and gentlemen, I can get a sign at $2.50 and make more money. Or get a $3 and get a sign at $3 mark. I mean, it is what it is, but all this could change before money, ladies and gentlemen, because this is from last week, ladies and gentlemen. That all could change. That's my 2 options for the brokerage account. For the brokerage account, I go to the retirement account. We're in the traditional. For the week, we're down $2,933.41, 3.37%. For the month, we're down $5,978.08, 6.63%. 3 months, we're up $3,284.62, 4.06. And year to date, we're still down $18,979.72 at 18.39. And we still want to get back up to this point here, ladies and gentlemen, on January 26th. Got $512 to play with. And I'll probably go on this one. The 512 will go to R&R. I did do puts on this. It did not get a sign. I did what? 2 contracts at 3. That's cover call. I did not lose, and I made $8 on the cover call. I bought more. Here's a put here, ladies and gentlemen. I did one for $18, ladies and gentlemen, at a 250 mark. Let's look at that. 250. Let's see, sell a cover call for $3. I could do two and make $16. That could all change before then, ladies and gentlemen. Or do a put. I'll probably do a 250 for two of them, ladies and gentlemen, and make $18. At $18 there, and there's 16 there. That is $34 a May, ladies and gentlemen. And that $34 can be used for maybe buy into more of my ETF here. Which ETF I'm talking about? I'm talking about Top W. That I don't talk about much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get that average down. I could buy another share of that, or close to a share, $34. Yeah, I mean, $34 give you almost another share, about a 3/4 of a share, ladies and gentlemen. Because this does pay a great dividend or distribution, like people like to call. I mean, it paid out 24 cents last week. The week before that, paid out 27. I'm not complaining about that. That's money going back in my pocket at $39. Could buy another one, ladies and gentlemen. Another one when it come out on. I mean, this pay out on Wednesday. When it dip, I could buy it on the dip. I mean, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm thinking on this one, ladies and gentlemen, since I only got $512 to mess with here. I'm looking at some other cover calls to generate more money, ladies and gentlemen, on the traditional IRA. Let's look at the Roth IRA. For the week, we're down $701.12, 2.3%. For the month, we're down $1,837.95, 5.89. For the 3 months, we're up $1,787.54, or 6.45. Year to date, we are down $3,958.25, 11.84. I like to get back up here to the 35K. I mean, we're only like 6K off, ladies and gentlemen. Got $1,735. We did do some resolve puts last week, and we did not get a sign. I did buy more shares at $2.49. I did 4 contracts at 16 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Made $63.84 just on contracts, and did not get a sign of the puts because it stayed above the sell price, ladies and gentlemen. $2.53. What did it do for the week? I mean, I only made 1 cent. I could do that again. I'm not selling no calls, but I could do a put for $2.50, ladies and gentlemen. Do the same for all this could change before then, ladies and gentlemen, and make another 20 cents, ladies and gentlemen. That's only $1,000. I got $1,700. I might do 6 and make $30 off of 3, and if it stay above $2.50 for the week, that's extra free $30, ladies and gentlemen. And if it does go below, I will buy more when it dip, ladies and gentlemen, because I like to get this up to 25. I'm on 2,500 shares, and I could do that this week if I do them 6 puts. So give me at 27, then work my way up to 3,000. When I get to 3,000 in this one, ladies and gentlemen, like in my traditional, I got 5,000. I'm gonna keep that 5,000 and wait for it goes up, ladies and gentlemen, and keep 400 of these till it reaches $7, ladies and gentlemen. That'll give me back my profit. You notice that I'm down here, but if this does run up to $3, I might sell them manually, since the cover calls at $3 don't pay worth crap. Don't pay you nothing. That means I could do a cover when it hit $3 or over $3, sell that, then do a $2.50 put the following week. Save the extra $50 per share. I mean, per contract, use that for something else, and still get more contracts later down the road, ladies and gentlemen. Get that up to 3,000 as fast as I can, and when I get to 3,000, I'll work on something else. That's my plan for this account, ladies and gentlemen, for the brokerage account. Resolve is a very volatile one here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm thinking about maybe I get more Open Door down the road too, because it is trading at a premium. I do have videos coming out with RR Resolve and Open Door for my traditional how I'm getting out of debt with those, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in for that for this week. But yeah, I like getting there 500 shares of this while it's trading down here, ladies and gentlemen. But this gets traded down here for a while, ladies and gentlemen. It was down 40 cents for the week. I might do, let's see, sell call. Okay, it's trading at 436 or 550 or even $5. I think I'll be more. I mean, a $5 one and give me four, do two of them. Can make $8 off both of them contracts. That'd be good too. I mean, a little bit of money here and there, ladies and gentlemen, does add up, ladies and gentlemen, in this market. Stay like it is for a while till they get the Middle East taken care of. That's my thing here, ladies and gentlemen. Is stay like this. I'm happy to draw premium in on my ETFs, make distribution, ladies and gentlemen, on that. That's my thought on my account, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.